Hello, everyone. We are now at our, let's say, fourth webinar, which will be hosted by Science and Technology Park Montenegro, with the contribution of Institute Mihailo Pupin and Reinvest on circular green economy. So we will have some, let's say, examples and practices coming from the webinars, from the actually workshops that organizations held, like Science and Technology Park in Montenegro, like also Institute Mihailo Pupin. And I guess we will have some policy touch or some inputs from our colleagues from Reinvest that also drafted some policy paper on this important and hot topic issue. I will now give a floor to Milica Bojović, who is going to present their experience in organizing workshops on this particular topic.
Thank you, Sanya. I will first share screen. Just to share first the agenda. After the Sanya's introduction, I will continue presenting our training that we had as a part of the capacity building activities in Science Technology Park of Montenegro, and also Hamdi Amuyazin, who was a lecturer and expert for the training. He will join me in 10:30. After we finish, Daniela Kuzmanic from the Institute Mihailo Pupin will share her experience regarding this topic, and later on we will have experience from Lyndon. I am not sure how to say his surname, but our representative from Reinvest Institute from Kosovo. And at 11 and 10 until the end, 11:30, we will have reflections and discussions regarding the topic. Therefore, I'm not sure if you see the presentation now, or should I? Yeah. You see the presentation?
Yes, we see it in presentation mode.
Okay, great. Okay. So the training we had regarding the circular economy is training on the implementation of circular economy principles in Montenegro. It was held in November and December 2024. As you can see, we divided the whole training in two parts. And we also plan to organize one more session at September and October this year. So why this training? Circular economy is a strategic priority for Montenegro's future development. It also supports the declaration of ecological state of Montenegro, and it's aligned with the strategies like a national strategy of sustainable development until 2030 and smart specialization strategy at that time, because we are now working on the new smart specialization strategy. Also, its response to international obligation like UN Sustainable Development Goals, also Paris Agreement, Green Agenda for Western Balkans, and also it addresses the need for collaboration amongst the stakeholders. What are the objectives? We wanted to strengthen the knowledge and capacity of circular economy implementation, also to promote systemic thinking and sustainable production and consumption models, also to introduce modular approaches to applying circular economy principles in practice, and foster collaboration between public institution, academia, and business sector, as well as build a shared understanding of circular economy as a global economic model. So how our process of organizing this training worked? First, we had our expert selection and concept development, documentation preparation, candidate selection, then implementation of the training and evaluation, and the promotion of the outputs and testimonies. I will go with each part individually. Regarding the expert selection, our focus was to provide a leading expert from former Yugoslav region, because we wanted somebody who can speak our language. So if we believe that in our language it's much better for our stakeholders to gain the knowledge, and also the understanding of the region, because since they are coming from the region, they understand our problems. So we believe that is the best way to introduce this topic to them. So we requested offers from Slovenia, Serbia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina, and Montenegro, and we evaluated the offers we received and chose Hamdi Mujezin from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Something about him: he's expert in circular economy, green transition, and business development. He has more than 10 years experience, including he was for many years project manager at UNDP. He has masters in mechanical engineering. He's key expert for local and international organizations in circular economy, and led more than 50 projects in energy, circular economy, and infrastructure. So his work aims to create and promote sustainable and enabling environment for the transition to circular economy and low carbon development, targeting institutions, SMEs, and citizens across the Western Balkan region. Regarding the concept development, then we talked with the expert what would be the concept of this training. So we explored optimal methods in order to deliver this topic in effective manner. So we wanted to combine the theory with practical examples. So I asked from the Hamdia to provide as many practical examples coming also from the region and international to the training. And also because this topic covers a lot of different stakeholders. We trying to find at least to specify to at least two groups. So we divided the training into two groups. One regarding the industry and one regarding the public sector, NGO, and academy. So also what we wanted after this first part of the training that was physical, we organized online consultation sessions. So each of the participants received the task that they will work on, which is connected with what they do in their daily work, what they actually need in this topic, what they want to achieve. So these two consultation sessions were regarding the review, the progress of personal development plans initiated during the on-site training, and then provide the guidance how to then to finish them. In the document preparation, we prepared public call, promotion to multiple channels, agendas for all two parts, online application form, selection criteria, and promotion materials. I will go deeply into that. So regarding the public call, as you can see, this is on our website, like screenshot from it. We developed the public call and we promoted through our website, to the project website. We share with relevant stakeholders, also with our economy chamber of Montenegro, and also through social media platforms. We also created agenda. This is the first part agenda that was held in November. Is 2 pages long. As you can see, first 2 days, this is the first day, this is the second day, are together for both groups together. Then on the third day, we divided the participants into 2 groups. As I previously mentioned, one for business, another from public sector, NGO, and academia. And at the end, we have this regarding the consultation. So this is for the second part. On the second part of the training, we continue working only in groups. So first 2 days were for the group 1 and the second 2 days were only for the group 2, and as well the final consultations. Regarding the online application form, we also create criteria, selection criteria and we had different questions regarding the group 1 participants and group 2 participants. So as you can see, this is just example how it looks. First one is for the business, another one for the public sector. So for the group 1, we asked what are the specific goals that they want to achieve when it comes to improving circularity in their business. Also, which of the following documents does they have? So we mentioned the documents that are important for the circular economy. And we also ask if they implement some of the 9R framework of circularity in their business. So we get a picture of where they are in this transition period. For the second group, regarding the public sector, academic and non-government, we ask what is your role in promoting the transition to circular economy? Which of the following goals are priorities in your organization? So we mentioned a few goals regarding circularity. And have you played active role in shaping circular economy policies? So we get a quick picture about these participants too. And these are also more questions. I will not read them, but all specified for this group. And at the end, we have same questions, which is what motivates you to attend the training? Are there some certain topics you would like us to cover specifically in the training? And the level of English knowledge as well. And also, are they available to attend the training at the given times? Because sometimes they apply and don't show at the end. So regarding promotion materials, at this time we order promotional materials, but you can see the output, how it looks. So we provided base notebooks, folders, and a little bit of gadgets, and also certificates, and you see the roll-up at the back. So when it comes to candidate selection, what we have received, we received 14 participants. We chose 14 participants. And one was from our institution. So a total 15 participants were at the training, and you see where they're coming from. So 9 from company, 4 from academic sector, 1 NGO, and 1 public sector. So on the on-site training has started, and on the first days, you can see we were introduced to a circular economy, so it was pretty general. On the second day, it's going circular, or fundamental concept of the circular economy, circular mechanism and practices in operation, effective planning, sustainable circular transition. And on the third day, we were working in groups, as you can see, teams for practical work, and all of the teams regarding the topic they were interested. They received, it's like a homework. They received the task that they will work and that will help them in the transition, circular transition, their company or their institution, to move forward. So they started working on this task at the third day of the physical training and continue working on it with one-on-one consultation with the expert. As you can see, these are 2 days regarding the one-on-one consultation with the expert. So as the second part came, they continue working in groups on their tasks. They also have specific lecturing on the first day regarding the industry, for example, for the group 1, or regarding the public sector for the group 2. So they also have finishing their practical work and have consultation that were on site with the expert. And that was finish of the physical part. And they also have one final consultation that was online at the end. So when it comes to evaluation, So this is the general feedback we have received. As you can see, only 10 participants out of 15 have finished this training. So there are 7 were women, 3 men. And regarding the general feedback question, like overall event rating, speaker rating, usefulness of daily work, as you can see, we received the highest marks, which is 5050 of 4.8. And evaluation general feedback, on the question, what do you take away from this event for your work? You can see they gained practical knowledge and real life examples of circular economy, learned useful skills for understanding and applying circular economy concept, received concrete solutions for implementing circular economy in companies because they work one-on-one with the expert, also took away valuable insights to use in daily work and experience the positive and engaging training atmosphere. So what would you change and or improve in such an event? Overall, the event is excellently designed, suggestion to offer a more advanced level or go deeper into the topics because we're trying to cover as much as we can. So we didn't go much deep, but we presented what is possible. So this is the suggestion why they asked for this. Request for advanced knowledge, as several participants responded with nothing or nothing special, so they were mostly satisfied. Regarding the framework feedback, so registration process was 4.9, event setting is 5, location is 5, and overall event organization was 5. Regarding the content feedback, the ratings were for content structure 4.9, for the content quality is 5, materials provided 4.9. So for the question, what would you like to highlight as particularly positive? They say everything was well designed, impressed by the lecturer and the many great examples provided, overall positive experience, like everything, they like the everything. And also praise for the teacher educator, practical work opportunities, use of relevant examples, excellent event organization, ability to work on practical examples, opportunity for independent consultations with the lecturer to improve practical work, trainings experience, a focus on practical problems and circular solutions, networking and making new contacts, and educator was a key highlight, as you can see. Regarding the question, what would you change to improve the content? It was mostly nothing, everything was great, and maybe more research could be done on funding opportunities. So this is a possibility that we can explore for the next training. What other topics are you interested in for future events? Expand training opportunities in design thinking process, life cycle cost analysis, standards related to circular economy and eco-design, ESG reporting, specialized sectors such as agriculture or tourism, so they want more focus on their own, state they are coming from. More focused workshops, technologically in circular economy, topics like bioeconomy and waste management, and additional reflections needed, like somebody must think more about this. And regarding the impact feedback, achievement of event objectives or received a mark of 5, relevance to practical work-related learning 4.9, contribution to networking opportunities 4.9. Would they recommend this to their colleagues? Yes. I would recommend this training to everyone. So, of course, highly recommended. So all response answer yes or express strong support. So what could be done better to reach the goals? Invite a speaker with first-hand experience transitioning from linear to circular business models. So like somebody probably coming from the company that already implemented or done this transition could be beneficial. Everything was okay and nothing bad, as you can see. Regarding the overall feedback, what did you like the most? The lecture expertise, and ability to share knowledge and real-life examples. As you can see, so they're repeating. The practical work and hands-on activities, the teacher, the food, everything about the event, examples of good practice, concrete examples, consultation with the lecturer, and practical exercises, the topic and wide range of subjects covered, and educators approach participants. So what didn't you like at all? So you see, Hamdi is the best guy. We see one such a comment. So they didn't have nothing to report here. And how can the event be improved? Everything was excellent, no improvements. Promote more through social media and include more training participants. But as you can see, it's hard to get participants, especially for the longer period of time. Any suggestions? They suggested interest in learning more about CBAM mechanism and the ETS emissions trading system. Request for practical tools to help companies analyze their business system. One particular reported thank you and nothing, no other responses. So when it comes to promotion, after we finished the training, we made testimonial videos. So you have 4 testimonial videos. One is with lecture, others with the participants. I don't know if you see how it looks. It's on our language, so I will just put level.
There is not sound, but still, okay, we can see the.
I think I have to change. But anyway, you can check this links later, but this is just.
Yes.
How it was made. She's talking in local language, her experience, that she's satisfied with the work, and that she can implement what she learned into her business.
She was a representative of the company, yes?
Yes, she was from the company. Okay, so you can check these videos later when I send you a presentation. This is a website, how it looks. This is when we announce a public call. This is on our website. Here you can see the form, elected form, online form, which you can fill in. And these are 2 agendas. And we also share this on the Western Balkans platform. And when we finished this, we also promoted this like successful finalization of the training. Also on our website, Science Technology Park, and also you can find this on the Western Balkans Info Hub regarding this training. Okay, that's regarding this. As you can see, this is the 6th final point. And now I just wanted to share with all of you one information. I was asked for the partner from the other project, as they are organizing this summer academy, summer school in Bosnia from 7th to 23rd August. So you can check it out. It's free for the applicants only. You have to pay by service transportation to get there. So you have here the form to fill out to also to participate. And here is more about this. This is their Facebook page. I think you can check it out. And I would also ask you at the end to scan this QR code to fill the evaluation feedback form. So this would be enough from me. And now Hambia, which was the expert at this training, can provide you more insights how he what are his insights from this
Thank you.
workshop.
Thank you,
Andrea,
Milica. Thank you
welcome.
for a
Thank you
very
for joining. Yeah.
nice presentation and this whole process of selection, of implementation of the workshops, and this methodology of dividing participants into groups. I would say it was small but very committed group, well targeted. So now it is really interesting to hear what Hamdia, from the perspective of trainer, could also share with us about the implementation and feedback from the participants and what they've been the most interested of.
Yeah. Thank you, Milca. Thank you, Sanya. Good morning to all. I'm lucky to say that even though I'm not with Milica and Sanya in Podgorica, I'm currently in Montenegro on another, let's say, agenda here. I would say like this training is something that is, for me, in my opinion, personal opinion and professional opinion, something that is crucial for the Western Balkan regions. When you look at like the circular economy pathway development of all of the countries, especially evident in the public sector and also in the private sector, most of the companies and public institutions see a circular economy as something that is additional burden on them and something that they usually are, let's say, a bit scared of because they are not so familiar with. So the education part is crucial. In my understanding, it's crucial for like advancing any kind of policy, any kind of like investments, and bringing like that, let's say, force of within the countries of like the generate that force that will drive the change forward. In terms of participants, I was quite surprised how diverse the group was in terms of not just the, let's say, their agendas, but also like their levels of understanding of circular economy. And for me, one of the highlights was like those that were not so, let's say, previously so connected to circular economy topics, and their business models and their like operations aren't like on the first hand focused on circularity. They've seen circularity as an opportunity not just for their like environmental, let's say, contribution in terms of like protecting the environment, but also as a way that they are gonna improve their business opportunities and increase their like quality of their business proposal, as well as like expand their business and make it grow. What I see in there, like that the companies, this is crucial, like circular economy, yes, it is like on the environmental side important, but also it's more important in terms of like business doing the business is the most important thing when it comes to circular economy and its integration here. It was quite let's say quite surprising to see how easy it is to for the companies when they see like how the circular economy can change their like simple operations, how it can like generate additional revenue, how it can open up new markets for them, is something that they are willing to appreciate and are willing to work for, to strive for, to let's say utilize. I was honestly expecting like in Western Balkans there's always that stigma of companies, and it's most, let's say, common thing that companies are saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If something is working, don't mess with it. Keep it as it is. And this was surprising to me because companies were actually ready to like change, ready to integrate something new. And I think it's mostly because of the selection process, which enabled us to get those that are most, let's say, relevant for the topic and ready to absorb the topic of circular economy, and not have like some certain, let's say, misguided agendas for participating in the training. In terms of let's say public institutions, and I would say like there weren't many public institutions, most were the private companies and those that are as I call them, supportive organizations, NGOs, industrial support. And from their side, I could see like it's easy to create that bond with private sector, with the international institution, with the supporting institutions. But what I seen, there was missing like that part of public presence, not just for the training, but for the participants. As I believe when we were making the concept, we were trying to be to cover all of the possibilities in terms of like industry, but the key element was in the selection of the groups. That one group was regarding the public sector, which is basically enabling circular economy implementation in all of the other areas. And there was that part missing for the also for the participants, because they could not see that let's say that the public sector sees this as something important. I think that's something that we should work on in the next phase, to have more public sector involvement, especially when it comes to that maybe linkage in the value chain of like policymaker, those that are collecting, for example, waste, those are that can reuse that waste or that are producing that waste, so that we can like have all of the actors from the value chain on one let's say place, and working together on the practical side in terms of developing some kind of solution for either upcycling waste or like reusing it in the current process, or preventing the generation of waste from the pre-consumer waste in the industrial processes. In terms of like the overall my impression of it was that it was good that I was focused on the practical examples, because like when you look at like principles of circular economy, it's when you say to somebody blue economy, it's something that is, let's say, far away. When you say industrial symbiosis, somebody might not understand it. And when you picture it from the theoretical standpoint, it's not enough to showcase that this is something that is not just in the books. This is something that is practiced in real life. That is something that is a living, breathing, let's say, process. And that was something that I seen that they quite enjoy, and it enabled them to absorb more quickly the topics. I think also one of the good things was that we were focused on the practical side of work, but also that we were focused on the areas that were relevant for Montenegro, and that we didn't like go away from the circular economy strategy that the country has. We were trying to let's say guide the whole training to be in line what are the strategic let's say priorities of the country when it comes to circular economy. In terms of something to be improved, I would definitely say for private sector it would much more be beneficial if the trainings we develop are more focused on their area. Like in this case, we weren't like choosing one industry or two industry or three industries. We were like opening it up for all. That basically leads you to having more, let's say, general coverage of the circular economy. You cannot go and delve into specifics of certain, let's say, industry. But I think it would be beneficial to have it like, in that case, maybe have like first part more general, and then second part, when we see like what are the participants, to have the second part developed after the first part, so that they don't have like the whole agenda and the whole training up advanced, and it's like let's say adjusted to their needs. This is something that I think would be really beneficial for them, and it would improve definitely the quality of output that they develop during the practical sessions. What I also see like when it comes to practical work, it's I think we need to also like expand that period, because like when it comes to like working on a new topic, it's like when you have like 3 days, one day will go for like understanding what's the topic, what I need to do. The second day will be like trying to draft something, and the third day will be like trying to speed it up. And when it comes to like the period that we gave them, it's hard to expect from the industrial representatives, given their like the size of enterprises and their current workload. It's hard to expect from them to really like focus on this and like give energy to it as they would when they are like in person with you, like, and working with you like specifically on that, and they are not like disturbed by everyday obligations that they have on work. So one also like lesson learned for me is to maybe divide these like practical trainings in terms of like have it one day per week for multiple weeks, so that you can like have that continuity and have them like involved more, that they don't like go towards their common, let's say, work objectives and work tasks more, and that you can like keep them like still focusing on this and working on this. Also, I was please don't hold it against me. I always try to see what can be improved. I had to say also that this training was actually, I was happy to see like that the participants were happy with it, that they were like learning, that they were really engaging, especially when it comes to like discussions, questions. It was really interactive. It wasn't like one-sided, and I was happy for it because like I don't like to be holding a monologue. It should be a dialogue between participants. That's the best way to learn. I agree with the comment that I saw, like that maybe bringing somebody that went through the process of transitioning from linear to circular economy would be beneficial. And I think like that's something that should be integrated in the next phase, as that comes to that part, like trusting the process. You trust it more when you see that somebody has really bridged it. Somebody went from the linear process to circular economy business process in their company. And that's something that is quite important for the industrial sector and those SMEs that are, I think, going to be participating in the next phase. Also, given the targeting of this training, I would say like I was quite happy to see like there was those that are trying to develop support, let's say services for circular economy. There was one private entity which was like doing the consultancy advisory support, and they were trying to expand from the not just like the business support in terms of like business operation, financing, etc., towards like environmental element and towards circular economy, trying to like bundle it up and create a program that they can like do on the, let's say, daily level, on day-to-day basis in the Montenegro, which I think is quite important to have like these type of organizations that can like provide a technical assistance that will enable development of infrastructure projects that can be implemented in the country. Overall, that's it from my side in terms of like some impressions. I hope it wasn't too long. If you have any questions, if I missed something, I would be more than happy to provide you like with more insights. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamdia. Thank you very much for your insights. That was really useful to hear that actually companies would probably need a more sectorial approach. I guess that you also think that it would attract more participants, both of you, I mean, Milica and you, if that is more sector-oriented. Which is definitely true. My question would be probably related to this CBAM regulation, do you think that if that becomes mandatory, would raise the interest among the
No.
companies? And what is at the moment, maybe Milica could answer that, what is at the moment a situation related to CBAM among the companies in Montenegro? Because just let me give an example of Serbia, because we also have to contribute to this discussion. From this side, CBAM is not it is not still mandatory. It was mandatory for the let's say a group of companies in the steel industry, and some 1,300 companies actually launched this CBAM reporting because they are exporters to the European Union. But it is not still mandatory. It will become mandatory, but not yet.
Sorry, in terms of like EU Commission and exports, CBAM reporting at this stage is mandatory. From 2025, the 1st of January, it was mandatory to have reports on the CBAM for the exporters. In terms of paying the CBAM, it will come into action by the current directive on 2026. So like in a year's time. It's something that the countries cannot avoid. It's only a question how big of a fee will it be and how it will be regulated in terms of like what size of businesses will have to pay it. Because there was in recent time discussions regarding like what the value of the export should be minimum to be eligible for CBAM, or what should be like the size of the company. And there was even talk about the delay of the CBAM payments, but it's still on the 2026 for all of the exporters to EU. So it's something that is quite relevant, and it can be used as a driver to generate interest from the companies to participate, as we can like showcase how circular economy, especially on the side of improvement of operation processes, can reduce the emissions from scope 1 and embedded emissions in the products that are targeted and evaluated through the CBAM reporting. I think that's, like you said, CBAM is quite important, but also ESG, as ESG is becoming, let's say, one of the main criteria when it comes to commercial financing. There are certain examples in the region where I've seen like bigger projects from the private sector being on hold as the bank is requiring ESG report. So those two are connected, CBAM and ESG, as you can say like CBAM is one part of the ESG report, as it is focusing only on the product level. And like you said, it's like only for a few industries, 5, 6 industries at this stage. But the key element for that should be a sales point for when it comes to CBAM is the electricity, as electricity is something that is like the main, let's say, main expense, but also the main resource that every company in the world uses. So given the increase of CBAM taxes on exports of electricity, and for example, Montenegro is really dependent on imports from Bosnia and the region, especially Bosnia, and Bosnia will struggle with the electricity prices. You can see, maybe you've seen in the news, like there's an increase of prices of electricity prices in Bosnia, given that they are aware that in case of CBAM, the electricity companies will basically bankrupt. And that will also have that like ripple effect, that like domino effect on the whole region. Everybody that is importing from Bosnia, given that we are paying a larger sum for now CBAM, we will have to increase the prices. So it will also impact the businesses, and there's that like let's say connection that their expenses are growing. The only way that you can like make yourself self-resilient is to integrate practices which are reducing those costs.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can do that is circular economy, energy efficiency, renewable energy, but it all comes to the, like, say, the resource efficiency, which is at core of circular business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is the country, just to clarify this, and then we will go on, is this that countries have to pay this CBAM to European Union, and after that companies enter
it comes on it will be on the borders in terms of like the board agents, how you call them, the company pays. Actually, it goes like this, like the company which is importing will have to showcase what the imported product or the, let's say, material has that emission, and they will pay that. But given that they are gonna, if for example, if it's the case like this, if your company is providing materials to EU company, and you now they have to pay that CBAM on your material, and they see, for example, that now with CBAM your product is more expensive to them than the one that they can locally supply, you have two choices. One, either you cover the CBAM cost, or the second one, they will choose the local one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's either you are gonna have a hit on your like price that you are like your like sales price towards the EU partners, or you will lose the partner in EU.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
either
that's
one
trade-off.
or the other.
Trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay, Hamdia, thank you very much for your sharing your great knowledge on this matter. I'm sure you will have a chance to continue to be part of our activities. Now, I'm just curious if there is any question from our colleagues. I can't see actually the raised hands. Okay. So thanks once again, and we will now proceed with the contribution from Institute Mihailo Pupin. As you probably remember, we had the first webinar on this topic when we have also the trainers who did a great job in Serbia, implementing 5 workshops across whole Serbia, covering all the regions, and providing great inputs and feedback, presenting feedback from their perspective on participants, on their interests. And now we will, unfortunately, on that webinar, not many of us were present, so I hope that for majority of you it will be new what Daniela is going to present, and we selected only our experience from this green, we name it green workshops, so the workshops on green transition. So Daniela, the floor is yours.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you, Sanya, for introduction.
Daniela, we can't hear you. Now it's okay, but at the moment you've been freezed.
Technology is going against me. Thank you, Sanya, for introduction. Thank you, Milica, for insightful information from Montenegro. I will share the screen now, so please confirm that you can see the presentation.
Yes, we can see.
I will just share it in the presentation note. Yes, today I will be sharing the capacity building program that were conducted in Serbia, and all the capacity building program included 4 actions: strengthening the capacity of the business sector for digital skills, new skills required to master the green transition, advanced level of the green transition that was aimed, instead of improving writing project proposal skills. And the fourth action was training sessions on program evaluation. Actually, the evaluation practices in policies and programs. So today I'm going to speak only about the action 2 and 3, that capacity building activities were related to the green transition, actually on the advanced level in 2024. The objective of these workshops were to enhance skills needed for successful green transition in micro, small and medium enterprises in Serbia. The purpose were raise awareness of efficient use of material resources, promote energy efficiency in industrial processes, highlight cost-saving opportunities and profit potential. The approach of the training was included the educational materials tailored to the needs of the small and medium enterprises. The covered key concepts were energy efficiency, efficient water use, renewable energy resources, resource efficiency through business digitalization. We had a total number of 83 participants from the small, medium and enterprises and they were primarily from the manufacturing sector, and also the representatives included the IT solution providers, startups and research organizations. What were the key learning needs of this green transition? Participants mostly emphasized the need to acquire practical skills for implementing green transition in the SME sector. This marked as a shift from the workshops realized in 2023, which were primarily focused on basic principles of green transition and legislative framework and awareness raising. In 2024, the focus moved forward from understanding to doing, and this concept was aimed for bringing the gap between theory and practice. The main results and performance indicators of these capacity building activities, we had the reach in 5 cities in Serbia: Belgrade, Čačak, Kruševac, Niš and Valjevo, and they were realized from May 17th to November 7th. Focus areas were, as I already mentioned, green transformation, circular economy, energy efficiency and digital technologies. The innovative methodology of these workshops were interactive card game that was used for stimulating circular economy principles, and participants were using the selected relevant cards to discuss green practices and integration strategies in their micro, small and medium enterprises. And one another methodology was used, that was group work and different kind of exercises that foster development of sustainable roadmaps. So these are some pictures how we realized those 5 workshops in Belgrade, Čačak, Valjevo, Niš and Kruševac. Here also you can see on our project YouTube channel the links how these workshops went, and there is also one video with testimonials of the representatives of the green transition workshops. As I mentioned, we had the digital and the green workshops. So these 2 workshops can be called twin transition workshops, and their key impact areas fostered collaboration across various sectors, engaged stakeholders from industry, tech, and research, and promoted innovation and knowledge exchange. Also, those workshops strengthened Serbia's readiness for sustainable and digital transformation. What was the impact of these green and digital synergies in Serbia? They had synergies with the other projects, such as collaboration with the Enterprise Europe Network project, and digital workshops were used as a platform to connect Serbian companies with digital solution providers. They facilitated B2B matchmaking and inclusion of cross-border participants. So we had the companies from Bosnia and Herzegovina that are already operating in Serbia. What was the engagement of the stakeholders? It was the mobilization of the key stakeholders, and they brought various actors from industry, IT, and startup communities, research and innovation institutions, and public sectors and support organizations. Key stakeholders that we managed to engage was Serbian Chamber of Commerce with its regional branches in Vojvodina, Central, Western, and Southern Serbia, Science and Technology Park of Čačak, different universities of Novi Sad, Niš, and Belgrade, innovation centers such as Innovation Center of the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, Center for Digital Transformation of Serbia, Serbian Intellectual Property Office, Regional Development Agencies, Science and Technology Park of Novi Sad, Business Incubator Novi Sad, Center of Circular Economy, European House based in Niš, Science and Technology Park in Niš, and relevant ministries such as Ministry of Economy, Ministry of Environmental Protection, Ministry of Science, Technological Development, and Innovation. Dissemination and promotion results. Institute Mihailo Pupin showcased the results of capacity building activities at several high-profile events in Serbia, such as European Opportunity Week, organized by the European Union delegation. And here is the link as a short showcase of this event. Also, there is a conference enabling progress Industry 4.0 in the Western Balkans that was held in Novi Sad. These events provided a platform to promote the mobility scheme and innovation vouchers apart from the capacity building project activities. And here is also a movie that was broadcasted on the network of TV station through the TV show Investicija. What is the sustainability plan and its key lessons learned? Successful capacity building workshops are the result of several key elements that were coming together. And it was there the carefully selected knowledgeable trainers, interactive and engaging workshop methodologies that I previously mentioned, clearly defined and well-mapped target audience, strategic involvement of relevant supporters, active engagement of stakeholders, and up-to-date and well-prepared mailing list for the potential participants. We had several key challenges. The challenges were financial, institutional, and operational. Financial challenges were a lack of dedicated financial resources, limits scalability, and full territorial coverage was achieved during this implementation, but sustaining and expanding outreach remains financially demanding. About the institutional challenges, they were rather opportunities than challenges because the institutional partnerships offer a way to address financial constraints. Strong networks were also built during these capacity building activities, and potential of continued support and scaling those topics. Operational challenges where digital transformation is replaced and reshaped by artificial intelligence. Enterprises, especially small and medium, will have the opportunities to gain new skills through their other projects, and in the overall comprehensive and coordinated approach is still very much needed. And last key challenge of the operational challenges is digital transformation is being replaced by artificial intelligence, and as a summary we can say that a comprehensive and coordinated approach is really needed. So that is all from my side. If you have any questions.
Thank you, Daniela. I would just add that the really digital and green transformation goes hand in hand, and very often when trainers implemented green transition workshops, speaking with SMEs, it was very often also part of speaking about their digital transformation. But I noticed that in the recent workshops that were conducted later on, compared to those implemented at the beginning, it was more and more speaking about artificial intelligence, even in the green transition period. So I'm sure that in the future it will be also based when do training on green transition, that will be also the capacity building and training in how to apply AI in green transition, and we will search for good examples of the companies that already imply that, although it will not be many of them, of course, but still I'm aware on a few of them in Serbia. And I'm also sure that trainers will update their have to update their training in this respect, and include also AI in green transition workshops. Thank you once again. So now I'm happy to invite Liridon Krujezin from Reinvest to present or comment on what we have been discussed about green transition. Liridon, the floor is yours.
Just a second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
I hope now.
We see your screen, but not the presentation. It's just the screen.
Okay, sorry. Just, I have 3 different screens, so I don't know which one is working. So just that.
At the moment, the same is the same as it was at the beginning, like
Yeah,
folders.
Just a
Oh.
second.
Okay.
Try to go out and share again.
I hope now you can see it.
Yes, we can just,
Okay.
if you can put it
Yeah.
in presentation mode.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, okay. I hope that
Super.
now can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Today I will present our activities at Reinvest Institute and present some activities that we have already implemented and some ongoing activities on policy answers and also in other projects. Today's presentation will be based on what we have done and, like I said, ongoing activities. I will present what we do in Green Talks, education activity, and also dissemination activities based on some policy discussions that we had in last year, and also ongoing activities like a baseline study on circular economy ecosystem in Kosovo, and some other activities from other projects related to a circular economy. So far, we have organized 8 based on our policy answers project. We included in Action 8, Work Package 3. We had 7 green talks organized in different based on different topics such as energy and energy strategy, decarbonization, water management, renewable source of energy, and energy mix. These green talks were within the green action space, or GAS, where experts from different fields were invited, also policymakers and other stakeholders, to discuss these important issues, and also provide some policy and the recommendations, and also raising awareness among also general public in Kosovo. And based on these discussions, we also commented, for example, with regards to Kosovo energy strategy. We had our position with regards some changes in strategy. And then after the second activity that we have is green action within the GAS, or green action space, is Green School, where we had 2 editions organized with 50 participants from institutions, civil society, media, and business community. The good thing about the Green School is that we have a large number of applications and high interest to participate in Green School, because the teachers or professors are well-known experts in Kosovo, and the discussions that made here are very important. And some of the topics that were organized in the last editions were generally within for circular economy, Green Deal agenda, water management, environmental pollution, and also other topics related to the environment. And the participants, especially from institutions, were very high. The number was very high, and their engagement was active. And then in the end of the Green Action Green School, they have also a certification. Based on the certification, also they can engage more in other practices. The idea was that of Green School is to provide a learning platform and also to empower green-minded people from different, let's say, positions, from public institutions, civil society, media, and business sector. And like I mentioned, so far the number of participants was high, and we will organize Green School for the new edition in forthcoming months. With regards to the dissemination and advocacy activities, like I mentioned, the discussions, for example, in green action space, based on different topics. After the discussion, we write policy briefs based on what we had with what experts and also participants discussed, and also we provide some recommendations based on specific topic that we have. And also there is we provide also Green 333. There are some videos that Reinvest produce where there are 3 individuals, experts, state 3, each expert states one, let's say, factor or problem, and also within 1 minute. So we have 3 individuals have 1 minute to share their one idea. And these videos were shown that they were very effective in terms of dissemination and delivering the message to general public and also to other stakeholders, and also infographics based on what we had recent discussions from policy briefs, and also discussions that were made from other roundtable discussions. And we aim to provide these infographics so that we can share information more precisely, because people, generally speaking, have this, they don't have patience to read long document. And what we provide is that with Green 333 videos or infographics, we aim to attract their attention and to deliver message in a more productive way as possible. Other activities that we have included was analyzing circular curricula on green topics on higher education institutions. That includes also circular economy. We analyzed approximately 250 curricula within the higher education institutions in different faculties and programs. And what we found was that higher education institutions did not include green topics and also circular economy within their curricula, but vast majority of them, they consider or they are in the process of integrating within their programs. We have within the accreditation process, in Kosovo, the legal framework is that when you accredit a program, you cannot change it until the end of the accreditation process. This is also one of the main issues that we raised in our policy brief, that institutions should allow higher education institutions to be more flexible when question comes to some important topics to integrate within their curricula. And also we are in another project, we are analyzing the green activities within the vocational education training schools. Preliminary findings suggest that some best schools have already green activities, but thanks to the support of donors, and integrated also green topics within their curricula. And also those best schools that haven't integrated yet, they aim to integrate, but of course the integration of green topics and also other activities depends on the financial support received from the institutions and also donors. Currently, we are doing a baseline study on circular economy business model. Unfortunately, Flash Barometer didn't include Kosovo in their study when it did in other Western Balkan countries. And so the lack of data with regards to circular economy remains a challenge for policymakers, businesses, civil society, and other stakeholders, aiming to provide some policy, evidence-based policy. The lack of these studies based because there is no study on the firm level on circular economy business practices. And also at the same time, we see that there is a limited awareness among private sector on the potential of principles and the business and circular economy business models and the benefit that businesses can have from this circular economy. And the aim of this project is to provide some policy and managerial implications based on within the context of circular economy. The objective of this study is to improve the information, and also there is awareness among key stakeholders, and also provide analyze what are the challenges and barriers and also opportunities for businesses that actually prevent businesses to adopt a circular economy business model. And based on the findings, to provide policy recommendations, of course, analyzing also the legal framework within EU and also at the regional level, increasing more coordination, cooperation, engaging stakeholders from different angles, especially businesses and policymakers, and to provide more, to increase the, to raise the discussions with what we can do as a country to provide a better business environment within the context of a circular economy. And like I said, raising awareness among private sector, and also raising awareness on what kind of, within the private sector, what kind of business models they can use or what kind of business model they can integrate within their business. What methodology that we are using is that desk research. First, we will analyze the legal framework in Kosovo. At the same time, also we did analyze the legal framework in Kosovo. We will review the international best practices, especially within the EU context, and also see and analyze the circular economy business models within the European Union context, and see whether these business models can be implemented in Kosovo based on case studies that we are going to have with some circular businesses in Kosovo, and see whether what kind of, let's say, integrated framework within for the context of Kosovo we can provide for a circular economy business model. And also baseline study with 300 businesses and we are going to use the questionnaire. Actually, we have integrated the questionnaire from Flash Barometer and last 6 Flash Barometers that have done in circular economy. In the previous years, they have implemented Flash Barometer only circular economy, and now they have green and circular businesses. So the reason why we have integrated all these insights from these last 6 Flash Barometer was that whether we missed some important questions, and at the same time to increase the to have more to provide, let's say, an opportunity for Kosovo to compare with other countries in the region and also Europe, and see where we are. And also we will conduct semi-structured interviews with experts, and also some of the questions we will adopt will be from European Green Deal Barometer, which asks mainly experts on green topics in general at the country level. Some of the preliminary studies from desk research from Kosovo, we find that actually Kosovo has adopted several strategic documents from the obligation from Sofia Agreement. Kosovo has a circular economy roadmap based on some priority areas and also horizontal areas that enable these priority areas will advance the transition towards circular economy. The integrated waste management strategy adopted in 2024 until 2035, and the action plan is for 2024 and 2026. Unfortunately, within the integrated waste management strategy and also circular and also action plan, circular economy didn't actually take an important part of within this strategy, which is will be our one of the advocacy points that after we do a baseline study, that actually institutions should re-review or reintegrate if possible within the action plan the circular economy and provide more merit and in more detail, and also provide some more measures on implementing the circular economy in Kosovo. the Ministry of Business, Environment, Spatial Planning and Infrastructure adopted guidelines on circular economy business models in Kosovo. And what we found here was that this was more in general, but was not based on the particular recommendations and steps what institutions can provide to the general business environment. And what we are going to do is that based on what the semi-structured interviews with businesses, and we are going to analyze their circular economy businesses, and at the same time at European level, see circular economy business models, what kind of business models they are the best that we can contextualize within the case of Kosovo, and provide recommendations to the ministry to review their document and integrate these recommendations within their policy document. And also industrial policy have incorporated some elements of circular economy. And of course, they have provided some modest budget on, in particular, providing some training and conferences for businesses with some financial subsidies, which were over 3 billion euros. And also economic reform program did not provide any clear policy measures in terms of circular economy or any green, let's say, measures that would encourage businesses to go towards circular economy. And unfortunately, our private sector is not, the awareness within the private sector is not as it should be with regards to the potential business potential of circular economy. And this project's aim is to raise their awareness and based on discussions to see what kind of circular economy business model they can implement, and also what kind of measures institutions can provide to also support to increase the number of circular businesses in Kosovo. Other activities included within the projects is roundtable after we get the findings from baseline and write the report. And also within the roundtable discussion, of course, will be representatives from private sector, policymakers, donors, and other interested parties and stakeholders. Infographic, Green 333, and also other visual materials will be as part of our dissemination strategy. And within this will be also policy recommendations based on the policy document, and also advocacy through social media platforms. All these will be integrated and also at different phases will be implemented. So we aim at the same time to provide some policy recommendations, like I mentioned earlier, to change some or to review some policy documents based on our baseline study on the circular economy ecosystem in Kosovo, and provide some or contextualize circular economy business models based on the best practices, and also raise awareness, of course, among general public on the importance of circular economy and also the potential it has in Kosovo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Viridion. I'm just curious if there are any questions to Viridion and also other presenters. Maybe you just remember some of the questions that you wanted, but you haven't chance to ask. You have now possibility to ask. Okay, since we have 5 minutes more, I would try to summarize what we heard here today. I think we really learned a lot from each other on this topic. First of all, I think that all partners presented today actually promoted a very innovative approach in dealing with this hot topic of green transition, starting from the interactive cards implementing in the workshops on green transition among SMEs in Serbia, Then also interesting and I guess very useful methodology to divide the groups of participants into two groups with different tailor-made programs in Montenegro. Then also we heard about innovative way of promoting this topic through green talks, then through this green school, 2 editions with 50 participants, and this series of videos on Green 333. Also, we heard about some sustainability challenges on how to sustain and keep on with these activities. We also hear from Kosovo the plans for the next phase related to this topic. And also we heard about challenges of the companies faced the implementation of circular economies. So I think we really had fruitful discussion today and takeaways. One more, if you have any questions. I see Elke. Hello, Elke.
Hello, thank you. Yeah, I have a short question. I wanted to ask if any of the speakers has some impact highlight to report, or maybe a possibility to check with the recipients of the training and of the capacity building what kind of changes were implemented. I understand that it might be difficult to know, but if there is any possibility to ask about this before the end of our project, or if you might already know something already of someone who has reported to you a real institutional change or a change in their processes that can be attributed to our capacity building program.
I can just comment on that during the training, we had a lot of comments regarding the examples provided at the training, because they were from the region. So you can see one best practice, for example, coming from Bosnia, and they say, oh, it's possible. Oh, somebody did it. Oh, look at them. So it's being aware that at this region, such implementation could be possible, and that somebody did it. So I think that was what the participant liked the most, such examples. So I think providing such a local examples is essential for people to be aware that it's possible to do.
Mm. And do you think from the participants that got the training now, we will derive 1 or 2 additional such examples? Someone has actually made it and we kickstart their change?
Actually, I'm starting now to I've already scheduled the meeting with Handia to talk about how we're going to organize the next training, because we want to use all of this feedback in order to make the training more much better. And so we will talk about the possibilities. We think about dividing the groups to be special to all their fields they're coming from. And also, if it's possible, I will talk with our economy chamber of Montenegro to give us like a best practice, somebody who already implemented it. So to try and maybe to invite that as a speaker as well, or something like that. So we will see what we're gonna achieve, but that's some of the plan.
Okay, I would also add that by my knowledge, the two companies participated in the workshops, were actually engaged trainers for tailor-made green transition in their companies, mostly because of this ECG standard that should be implemented. So they are probably very well thinking in advance. But as I said in discussion, I think also the regulation will push up them to implement this on their company level. So we should definitely check it by the end of the project.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? No, I don't see the questions. Okay, then I would like to thank all of you for great presentations. And yeah, the next webinar is in September. So by that, I wish you a successful work on the rest of the activities planned for this July. And for those who are going to the holidays, great holidays, including myself. So yeah, have a nice day.